What's up, beautiful people? So, tonight's topic is really about just believing in yourself, um, putting the fears to the side, and knowing that either A, you're gonna be the best you can be, and that's it. There ain't no other option. You see how I did that? There ain't no other option. There's no in between when it comes to life. You gotta, if you're a person who wants to strive to be your best, man, don't stop. Always keep going. So that's what this whole entire topic is for tonight, is eliminating the self-doubts and creating healthy boundaries in your life when it comes to certain things, especially when it comes to interactions. You know, sometimes you got to protect your energy. If you are a person who, you don't have a lot of problems in your life, a lot of drama, and then you got one friend who always have drama and all they do is call you and dump all their problems, and then by the time you're done with the phone call, you feel like you've just taken on all that dramatic energy. So create healthy boundaries too. You know, you feel like someone pick up the phone and they call you and you feel the tone, you feel the energy, you be like, well, you know what? I gotta go. You just stop it right there at the door. Because right now it's not about them, it's about you. You gotta be the best version of you. You can't be worried about what other people, remember what we said the other day. Keep your eyes on the road. Don't worry about what other people got going on, and don't let nobody involve you in things that you don't need to be involved in. So it's about eliminating the doubt, the self-doubt, but also sometimes in life you're gonna get cuts and bruises. That's the nose. That's the unexpected experiences, So you're gonna get those no's. It's part of the experience. It makes you who you are. It shapes you to be the best version of you. And when you take on all those no's, man, that one yes will surpass all those no's. You won't even gonna remember all those no's. At the end of the day, those no's gave you strength for that yes. So when that yes come, you're prepared. When preparation meets opportunity, that's one of the keys to success. When preparation meets opportunity, you gotta prepare yourself through life to get a certain level when you reach there. Even if you've gotten so many rejections for, maybe if you're a singer or if you're a person who likes to paint or anything, that don't mean that because those agencies or those companies didn't see the potential in you, you gonna stop. No, don't stop. You know how many people got rejected and they kept going and they stumbled upon something that gave them even a greater opportunity? So my word to you is, don't stop pushing. Keep going. Figure out a way. There's always a way. There's always a way. Don't you tell yourself there ain't no way. There's always a way. Be like that little engine that could. At first he felt like he couldn't do it, and he did it. Boom. You're here to experience an experience throughout this journey of life. You're supposed to put yourself in those uncomfortable situations. Those uncomfortable situations molds you. It turns you into something that you never would have thought that wow, this uncomfortable situation created another door, another opportunity, and now look, a domino effect. Cut out all that fears. Cut out all how can I say, the head cloud. Cut out all that. And just be you. Believe in you. Know yourself. Know your skills. Know who you are. And keep pushing. I don't care what no one said to you before. I don't care if no one don't agree with what your plan is in life. And if you know your plan is a powerful plan and you know it's something that you really want to go forward in, always go forward in it. You don't need nobody. You don't need an army. Because let me tell you something. A lot of times people comes in herd and they feel like they're stronger because they come in groups against one. One can just stand strong and overcome all that whole entire group. It's the strength of the mind, it's the strength of the individual, it's the belief system. They say knowledge is power. I do believe that, but I've also heard belief is power. What you believe in. I'm starting to understand that because when I sit down and I listen to all these information that I like to do my research, it shows that all of it starts in our head. All of it. And I know we always overlook it and make it seem like, nah, it can't be that easy. It is that easy. You want to lose that weight? Lose the weight. It's not that hard. You want to open up that business? Open up that business. Don't worry about how you don't have the money. Start planning. Write it down. Put it into the existence as if you know you got the money. That is what all these lectures and all these information that I've given thus far is basically boiling down to. You got all the tools you need to become the best version of you. You don't need nobody else to help. You got it all. A lot of times others are distractions. We all got our own plans. Yes, we're here to connect and help each other and build, but sometimes there's a part in our life that we have to walk alone. And that is okay. Many are called, but only a few are chosen. It's okay. The path to success, the path to full abundance and prosperity and inner peace and happiness, sometimes is a lonely road. It looks lonely because you see one person, but if that person have all that inner peace and all the things that they need and they know they are divinely guided onto their journey, they are not alone. To the world, they might seem alone. Wow, that person's by themselves. It must know, cause they doing their own thing. They don't got time to look who's doing what next to them. They too focused, and that's what you need to be like. So I got a video for you guys. So let me play it. Let's see.
What's the matter with you, boy?
They won't let me go to backup. They say I'm too little. No one ever lets you do anything when you're too little.
Ah, phooey. What about all the stories about the little people that do big things? Like Little Red Riding Hood, them Three Little Pigs, Spike Lee, or them Little Rascals. You ever hear the story about the little engine that could? Let me tell you that story. Once upon a time, deep, deep in the jungle, there was a little engine that could. He was chugging his way across the enemy line. Chugga, 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 chug, chug. This little engine's mission was to take some AK-47s and a nuclear payload over the mountain to the 2063 Battalion. Needless to say, there was plenty opposition. Think that stopped the little engine that could? No, sirree, Bob. He just kept chugging along. Chugga, 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 chugga. Chug, chug. Not even when they climbed aboard the train and popped out the eyes of the conductor. Blood and snot was ripping out his eye sockets. Think that stopped the little engine that could? Damn, Skippy. He just kept chugging along. Chugga, 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 chug, chug. One dresser. Boom! Explosion happened. Blood and guts and spit and ass was everywhere. And Bubba come crawling out the back door. Both legs missing. Lula baby boy. He look up at me and said, hey, I can't feel my legs. I said, Bubba, they ain't there. And I looked down, and them little bloody nubs was kicking real fast like this here. And I said, Bubba, it's 30 miles to the nearest town. Unless you can flip upside down and walk on your hand, you ain't gonna make it. All of a sudden, China was all over the place. Just me and my side on. And I had no other alternative but to blast my way out. Die, pig, die! You'll never take major bitch and winner for pain alive! Bam! I know what you did to my friend! Bam! Bam! Hello, Miss Walburn. You just missed a little bedtime story.
No, I didn't actually. In fact, I'd love to talk to you about that story. Perhaps over dinner.
Okay.
Okay, I'll go get ready.
Me too.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
To be continued. When I come back, I'll tell you what Bubba used as a penis.
So hopefully that made y'all chuckle. So getting back to what I was saying about just be the best version of you, you know? Don't worry about all the outside noise. Don't worry about what you see going on. Just be the best version of you, and always look for ways to improve yourself. Look for ways to challenge yourself, and don't put yourself in a box and feel as if you don't have the abilities to do what you need to do to become the best version of you. Whatever it is, only you know what you are currently doing in your life, and hopefully it's something that you can use to help not only yourself, but you can pass down the knowledge to somebody else. It could be your children if you have children, or it could be, you know, just a family relative. Learn things and build in our community as a whole, so that way our generation after us have some type of know-how to do certain things, and they're not depending on the system to assist them throughout this life. Okay? Understand you are very valuable. Don't let nobody tell you ain't got no value. You're very valuable. Because certain times or certain experience can make a person feel insecure or sad or doubtful of their abilities or themselves. And I want you to let that go. Moving forward, after this video, after this live, that idea or those thoughts need to be eliminated. You need to be thinking about how are you going to plan out your future for yourself to be happy or to be in a better position that you want to be. Sometimes they say a rejection is your protection. If you've been rejected from a certain type of thing, person, place, or thing, that's your protection. It wasn't meant. And if you've been through a situation and it left wounds and scars and pain and hurt, you know, use that and understand that that was something for you to learn from and move forward. Spread the love. It's not hard to love yourself. It's not hard to want to experience life. It's not hard to do any of those things, but you got to do it. Can't think about it, sit around thinking, say, hey, I'm going to do this one day. What actions are you taking? How aggressive are your actions? How consistent? I always see a lot of people fail when it comes to creating their business because they always try to add other people to their business in order to make the business greater, but it actually hinders the business because not everybody's on the same page. You know, initially everyone agrees to everything, and then eventually down the line, when it's really time to do the work and put in the effort, the people retract. So that shows you that maybe that journey is something that you need to experience by yourself. And then when you get to a certain point, be like these companies and hire complete strangers to work for you. See, strangers are not going to be emotionally tied to you and feel vindictive when it comes to your business versus someone that you know personally. They can be a little biased maybe and create all type of blockages in your business because they know you personally. You think Amazon and Google hire their cousin or their mom or their auntie or whoever? No, they don't. So it's okay to walk alone on this journey. Nothing wrong with that. And if you're a person who always felt like you were the different from a lot of people, it is, you know why? Because you are different. You've always been different. And that's what makes you you. So keep on going. Don't feel discouraged about anything. If you plan something and it doesn't go and you have to go over the plan once again, keep pushing. That's all right. You just didn't, at that moment, you weren't fully prepared for what you got yourself into, but now you know better, so you do better. Don't beat yourself up because the first time or the 1,000th time it didn't work. It's okay. That yes is going to come. It's going to work in your favor. There's nothing that you cannot do. You can do whatever you put your mind to. Your life can be whatever, however you want it to be. Use your discernment. Choose wisely what is in your life. The type of income you want, the type of health you want, the type of people you want to be surrounded around, the type of knowledge and information you want to put into your system, which is you. Your brain is a system. You can literally program your brain to think however you want it to think. But you got to be willing. You got to be disciplined. And that's something that I know you are capable of doing. So I do have one more audio. I'm not going to stay too long. I have one more audio and then I will be out. Thank everybody who did stop by to listen in real quick. I hope that video gave y'all a nice little chuckle. Un momento, por favor. Alright, hopefully this is not too loud. Let me turn it down a little bit. Boom.
I want to share a story with you guys. There's a lot of different messages in this story, so stay with me. It's a man who had a beautiful daughter. His daughter just recently got married and had a baby. The man wanted to surprise him and bought a vehicle for his daughter and their family. The baby had some problems and was kept in the hospital. The daughter and her husband was coming over to her dad's house to get the vehicle and was killed in a car accident. The man grieved as expected. He went to the hospital, got his granddaughter, and raised her. And every month, he went out and polished the car. Never got rid of it, and he was going to give it to his granddaughter. The granddaughter got old enough to drive. She graduated high school. She didn't like the car. It was old-fashioned to her. She wanted something newer, something more modern. The old man said, let's go for a drive. They went to a wrecking yard. And he asked the man, how much would you give me for this vehicle? Scrap metal. The man looked at the vehicle. Said, why would you scrap it? It looks okay. But I'll give you $500 for it. The granddaughter looked at the man, at her grandfather, with a smile. He said, let's go. The granddaughter thought she was going to get $500 for that vehicle, and she was going to be able to get something newer, better. Went to a used car lot. The man asked the salesman, how much would you give me for a trade-in for this vehicle? The salesman looked at the vehicle and says, it looks pretty good, but it's an older car. Parts aren't readily available for it. That's going to be a problem. I'll give you $5,000 for it. The granddaughter smiled, excited. The old man said, let's go. They went to an antique car lot. Asked the man, would you give me for this vehicle? The man popped the engine or popped the hood, smiled, looked at the vehicle, excited. Original paints. Everything was original. He asked the old man, why would you sell this vehicle? It's in pristine condition. It's an antique. It's a collector's item. But if you want to get rid of it, I'll give you $50,000 for it. The granddaughter smiled, excited. She couldn't hold back her excitement anymore. The grandfather said, let's go. In the car, the granddaughter looked at her grandpa. She was like, what are you doing? How come you didn't take the money? The grandfather said, what did you learn about it today? She said, you're not a good salesman. You should have sold the car. How come you didn't sell the car? The grandfather said, who did you want me to sell the car to? Because you wanted me to sell this car for $500 originally. And then you wanted me to sell the car for $5,000. She says, why didn't you take the $50,000? And he looked at her and said, baby girl, I wanted to show you a valuable lesson. Stay with me. Here we go. People are going to look at you. People are going to talk to you. And they're going to make opinions about you. And they're going to establish a worth of you. Stay with me. They're going to give you a value, what they think you're worth. It's up to you to know your true worth. The granddaughter could have settled for the $500. She could have settled for the $5,000. But in the right hands, the same thing was worth $50,000. Some people are going to think highly of you. Some people ain't going to give a crap about you. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Your job. You have to know your worth and stop settling for less. You settle for less because you don't know your true worth. I love you guys.
So, on that note, I appreciate you guys for coming in, listening to the live, and have a